This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and this time we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Insecticon Bombshell. Windowless packaging, because, Hasbro wanted to cheap out and not spend as much on plastic, even though they claim it's because they try to be more environmentally friendly. Got a little bit of artwork on the side showing him fighting in robot mode and a close-up of his head, which has very little features anyway, so why the hell did we do that? Here we show the back with some product shots. Oh, they actually might be real product shots and not just renders in this case too. So let's go ahead and open this sucker up. So I suppose we could have talked about the little image here on the side where I think if you have an Autobot, you see the rest of the picture on this side, but I don't have an Autobot on me and I don't care. I kind of miss when they were giving us little collector's cards to go with these. Here we have our instruction manual. Our tissue wrapped bit of weaponry. Yeah, let's turn that around so there's something a little pretty to look at. We have his really short blaster. No, I don't think the vintage one was that short. And of course, for the Evo Fusion gimmick, which is a little crap, you can stick them on there like that. And now it's a 3-shot blaster. Yay! How exciting! I was rolling my eyes there too, if you didn't guess. Oh, for crying out loud. Really boring back of the packaging here. And here we have our Insecticon. I have never actually transformed one of these. I don't even think I saw a review on them yet. I mean, obviously Prime vs. Prime probably did one, but I didn't actually look at it. So anyway, let's take a quick look at the articulation while we got him here in robot mode. The entire head unit here spins around a little bit. There is no up-down, just a little side-to-side action. And of course, you can just fully cover his head if you want. I guess kind of have him sit like that. Kind of feel like they could have done a better job with this. I mean, I know it's supposed to look more like the vintage toy, but it still looks kind of weird to me, the way they did that. We have a butterfly joint, basically because of the transformation. We can move up and down, and the little insect leg does move out of the way so that you can get a little more clearance there. That's good. Also, the articulation on the insect leg, which does nothing for robot mode when you get right down to it. We do have a bicep swivel here. Hinge joint here at the elbow. Going a little bit better than 90. The wrist can swing in for transformation, but does not have any kind of a spin to it. Again, we do have a waist joint that spins around, like probably for, again, transformation. The thigh swivel, and we have a knee that bends. Let's see. Oh, it opens at the front. You can get a really goofy looking bend by doing that. but I don't think that's going to add too much to posability. Well, actually, it does kind of make him look like he's like crawl walking, or it's like the Dead by Daylight um, stoop down walking. I do not have a vintage Bombshell to compare him with. However, I do have the previous Legacy version of him from the core class side of things. Uh, to be honest, I think I kind of like the way the core class one, the paint job on the core class looks a little bit better to me. And it doesn't obviously match the vintage G1 style like the new one does. But I think they would have done better to actually paint his head black, like this one is. I think it's just the overall look would have been better that way. Let's see if we can figure out his transformation. I have not actually looked at it. I believe, though, that these things are supposed to end up being legs at some point. So we just go ahead and we push that into place there to cover his head and give him his little horn. The easy part being that we will swing the fists up into place. Looks like we can tab this into the back here. But I haven't done anything with the legs yet. Oh, move the feet down. Dude, hey, look at that. I forgot. They do have the ankle pivot here to help with the pose. Um, oh, shit. I'll have to move the arms out of the way. Okay, so looks like we have to fold his leg in kind of like this. There is a little spot there for this part, looks like. Oh, okay. So that doesn't actually cover anything then, I guess. There is a little bit here and here that will clip together, like so. Really feels like something here should fold in, is what it kind of feels like. But I guess now that we got that into place there, okay, so there's a little notch here and a little tabby here. So when you go to put that into place, you sneak that in there. We'll do the same thing on the other side. This is why my channel will never be big. And that leaves us with these things. Where the hell do these go on him? I mean, I assume that that's supposed to be like another leg. No, because if that went in there like that, yeah, because that goes in there and hooks in like that. I mean, I guess this kind of clips into here. We do this all right now, then we'll like have to look at the instructions to see how close we actually got to getting it right. I feel like that's not sitting the way it should. Okay, so we have the arms wrong. I was semi-correct. Okay, so the little tabby thing here that I thought collected into there actually clicks into here. Did that make any sense? Giving us the back legs there to have them stand up like that. And of course, because this is Transformers, they don't actually design a hidden spot under him to hold the gun, which is sad because it would have been really nice if it had. I'd rather have the gun fit down here somewhere than this than sticking it up like that, because that's just it just feels like a bit of a ripoff, you know. So to go with that, we'll take our core class version, who has a simpler transformation. Snap that there, flip it like this, bring the legs up here, bring that leg up here, and then these two joints will slip into here. Hey, you're getting a 2-for-1 transformation special here. Okay, so comparison-wise, again, this is supposed to have more of the G1 look to it, which is why it's more boxy and less insect-like looking than the previous core class release, which looks a little bit more insect-like. I mean, not fully insect-like, because it's a freaking robot transforming into an insect. It's never going to look quite good. But I think overall, I prefer the core class design, to be honest with you. Though he doesn't sit well. He also has all 6 insect legs like he's supposed to, whereupon our legacy Bombshell, I guess he's got 4, because there's nothing off on the side here to be the fit. Unless they're trying to consider this to be a leg, which I wouldn't put it past them. Still, it's not a bad toy, and you can't beat the articulation. It definitely seems like it's better than the one on the legacy one, and it'll definitely be better than the one on the vintage ones. And I'm not about to go out and buy that 3-pack that they have released for the movie colors, the animation accurate coloring, unless they go on clearance. Because, to be honest, I don't really care too much if I have recolored vintage figures. I'd rather have them look like as close to the original releases as they could, color wise. But hey, we will flip his arms out here to transform him back. Well, look how much easier it is to transform him back once you've done it the first time. Of course, that's another thing you can consider. The little insect legs can still be used kind of as guns here. And we will give him his little gun to hold. That really does look just kind of sad to me. Now, what I think Hasbro should do, though, because if you've watched some of the old animation, there was a time when the Insecticons created a whole bunch of duplicates. So, what I think Hasbro should consider doing is taking these previous releases here. You can go ahead and repaint them, go ahead and make the back legs all, in this case, fully black to match up that a little bit better. But release those as well, and those could be like the clones of the actual Insecticons again. Insecticons? Insecticons. These are Insecticons. Anyway, yeah, I think it would be great if they went ahead and reissued the Legend class core class now. I guess the core class ones in a 3-pack as an army builder to go along with the deluxe class Insecticons. They probably won't, but I think that might be a good way for them to do it, and it would be a relatively cheap troop builder because I'm sure you could get away with doing it at like $25 for the 3 of them. Basically the same price as the deluxe class. I think you could get away with it. Anyway, please let me know what you think. Uh, and while you're at it, like my video, leave a comment. Although, I guess if you're telling me what you think, you're leaving a comment. And feel free to subscribe. And who knows, maybe I can actually break 100 subscribers. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. So under the whole, I've changed my mind about something, as I've been posing this figure to take some photos, I'd earlier mocked this leg design for the way it sits, the whole crawl walk thing that Dead by Daylight does. But when you get right down to it, this is actually really nice because it gives you that chance to kind of do that sort of partial kneeled squat pose for shooting that you see people do. It's not a pose you can really do with most action figures, but in this case, with these legs, it actually does seem to work out really well. So you know what? I apologize for making fun of it earlier in the video. I think this is excellent.